Hi there, today I want to look at reading upper C, which is on page 28 of Team Brass. So this is the first time we've really got to this page in terms of reading the note C in some of these tunes and exercises. So I know that you can play it in a scale going all the way up to C and all the way back down again, but I wanted to look at some of the tunes and exercises here and maybe page 29 to really get used to the look of it, so we don't get it mixed up with A, which is in the space below, and we don't get it mixed up with B, which is on the line. So let's first of all, you copy me, and we're going to work our way up that scale. So just play me a C, low C. Okay, fantastic. So copy me, here we go. 1, 2, copy me. You, C, C, C. D, D, D. E, 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 E. G, 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 G. So there's upper C, and I know that we can play that really well already. So now let's try just going up the scale and down. And if we want to look at this, it's on page 28. It's the third thing on page 28. You can see it says the scale and arpeggio of C. So here's the scale, one note after another. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see where I took a breath? If you need to breathe, you need to do it after the top note, after the top C. Not any old place, after the top C to make it really, really neat. So let's do the same thing again. We'll go a bit slower this time. We're going to go C, D, E like that. Ready? 3 and 4. And well done. And playing that scale of C is really important because it comes up in all sorts of tunes. Now let's look at the very first tune on page 28. We did this last time as well, but this really, if you do it slowly, it's there as an exercise to exercise the brain, the eyes, lips, fingers, coordination, everything. Starts on A. So A, B, B, and then C, C, down to B, B, one step to A, B, C, B, A, B, A. So go through that on your own, turn the video off, go through it, check out which note is which, say the names of the notes, put the fingers down as well, that's really, really useful. Okay, let's try and play it now. So we're starting on A. Let's make sure you're not pitching E by mistake, E's down here. A is. Okay, how many beats on each note? 2 beats, because these are minims, so 2 beats for all of the notes except the very last one, which is worth 4, and that is a semi-breve. Semi-breve. Okay, starting on A, 2 beats on each note, remember, until the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can practice that on your own, turn the video off, and then when you're ready, turn it back on and play it with me. Get all those notes really clear and accurate, and they'll sound absolutely great. Now the second tune on this page is a similar thing really, but a bit faster because it starts on an A again, but in not a minim, it is a crotchet. So crotchets for the first bar, then a minim. The first minim we get to is on the note C. C in the space. So it goes, let's just say the names of the notes. It goes A, B, B, C, A, B, B, C, C, A, and then a 2-beat rest, and then C, C, B, B, A, C, C, B, B, C, C, A. 4 beats, and me breathe on the A there. Okay, have a think about it, turn the video off, have a practice. When you're ready, come back. Now let's play the second tune on page 28 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so A's, B's and C's, don't get them mixed up. A in the space, B on the line, C in the next space. And remember, all the notes in the spaces start with F in the first space, then A, then our C. The next one would be E, and it spells face. So don't forget how to work out what those notes in the spaces are. Okay, so next we get the scale, which we've already practiced, but let's have a quick look at the arpeggio. That's a funny word, isn't it, arpeggio? It's an Italian word. And it's about these 3 notes, well, 4 notes, but it's the fourth note is always the same as the first one. So this is an arpeggio of C, so the first note is C, and the upper note is, the last note at the top is C, and it goes back down to C. So whenever you're doing an arpeggio, remember you always play a note, miss a note, play a note, miss a note, play a note, and then you go to the key note, the name of the arpeggio. So in this case it's C, then E, G, C, G, E, C. And if I were to play all of those notes at the same time on a piano or a guitar even, that would be a chord of C. So these are the notes from the chord of C, but we can play them one at a time, which is why it's called an arpeggio. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, and that's a really good one if you can get it fast as well. And it really goes with the scale. And whenever we learn a scale for an exam or a test or a grade exam, we always learn the scale and the arpeggio. Okay, great. Now let's skip the chromatic scale. We're not going to look at that today. At the bottom we've got something called intervals. And if you remember on page 11 in this book, there was a thing called intervals then as well. Interval is the distance between the 2 notes, the gap between the 2 notes. So it starts on C, the second note is D, and there's a bracket over the top saying second. Well, D is the second note of the scale, so we call that an interval of a second. We count both notes. So they're 2 notes apart. C to D is 2, C to E, C, D, E, that's going to be 3, C, D, E, F is 4, etc. So this is what we call intervals in music, and it's useful to really useful to learn. So I'm going to play the top line first of all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop there. So an interval of an eighth, we actually never say eighth, it's an octave, like an octopus, yeah? Eight notes apart. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, 8 notes. Let's do the second half. It's the opposite way around, so the interval is really small and gradually gets bigger and bigger and bigger till we get to an octave. So we start on our upper note C, big breath, here we go, 2, 3, 4. our home note on this page. It's all about playing in C major. So great, that's page 28. Everything not the chromatic scale. We'll look at that another time. Thank you very much. See you next time.